Anywho, moving on. Mississippi man accused of destroying statue of pagan idol at Iowa State Capitol takes plea deal. So you remember this? We covered this before, where
Yep.
dude, like Christmas time, Satanic Temple put up a display at the state capitol because they wanted to have a Christian display up, and legally speaking, the only way you could do that is by saying anyone can put up a holiday display, because First Amendment, the government shall make no law respecting establishment of religion. So they can't say Christians only; they have to say everybody or nobody. That's how it works. So the Satanic Temple rolled in and was like, okay, we're part of everybody. And they put up a display. And then this Christian guy was like, hey, I don't like that. So he drove several hours out of his way so that he could go and destroy it.
Let's see how well that worked for him.
Unfortunately, it seems to have worked pretty well. We'll get to it.
In that he's gotten famous for it.
Not he's gotten money for it too. I don't know how GoFundMe's work, but I feel like he made bank on this. So, Mississippi man accused of destroying a state statue. Do you really need to continue saying accused of after he's pled guilty to it? A Mississippi man who destroyed a state statue of a pagan idol at Iowa State Capitol pled guilty on Friday to a reduced charge in return for prosecutors dropping the felony hate crime count. If this is a first offense, like, okay, I can understand going a little bit easy on him, but given the circumstances, I feel like they shouldn't have.
Well, because given the circumstances, this is fully premeditated.
Oh yeah,
like
absolutely.
Everything here was 100% planned. And then
yeah,
looking at
you can't say it was a crime of passion if you like drove several hours out of your way to go destroy it.
Yeah.
So
and then when you look at what he's actually done afterwards, if he's been making money off of publicity after the fact, then okay, then it's basically a cut and dry thing that every single part of this was calculated.
So his attorney filed a guilty plea on his behalf to an aggravated misdemeanor count of third-degree criminal mischief instead of the hate crime shit. So Cassidy admitted in writing that he partially dismantled the display in Iowa State Capitol building without a right/license to do so, and that the damage was greater than $750. So they put up the statue of Baphomet, which drew strong criticism from state and national leaders, including Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. And so they were very publicly being like, oh, this is gross. Somebody should do something about it. Wink, wink, wink.
Oh, why won't somebody rid me of this meddlesome priest?
I'm not going to lie. We have done that same thing on this very show with regards to certain Christian nationalist judges who people will somehow still deny that he's a Christian nationalist. But, like, Republicans are on record as saying the best way to deal with people like that is by beating them. Wink, wink, wink. Except they explicitly specify children. But, like, since adults are capable of taking more of a beating than children, then logically, you draw that conclusion yourself. So, like, I'm not going to pretend to take the high ground here and be like, that's not something I would do. But, like, you can't do that and then pretend like it didn't have an impact on it.
Yeah.
Like, if something actually came of us saying that, then I would fully take ownership for that.
You'd feel horrible. Just be like, yeah, no,
yeah,
I did.
Yeah, I'd absolutely feel horrible. Of course, legally speaking.
It's not like somebody's writing a manifesto talking about how much they watched our show.
I'm not sure how I'd feel about that.
But we do know that there are people like, say, Lauren Southern, who I do need to make an episode about, actually, because of something she said recently. But there are people like Lauren Southern who are quoted in white nationalist manifestos after they go on a killing spree. So I'm just saying.
I don't want a spree. I'm just like, there's just like one or two people.
You don't want a spree, just one or two. The fuck? I think maybe you should go into this with less alcohol.
No, the alcohol levels are fine. I'm still thinking good.
I am trying to save your ass. You are not making it easy.
I'm Canadian. Good luck extraditing.
You're not the one who's
Suris
about to go to
Suris does not endorse my opinions. They are my own.
So to say, you're not the one who's about to go to New York to canvass.
Okay, fair point.
Fuck, I try to tell people in my chat to get politically involved, so here I am going and doing it, and you're just sitting here
I'm
like,
encouraging political involvement.
You're just sitting there like Goofy in that one freaking YouTube
Come on.
video where he's on trial.
Look at my
murder.
Look at my hat. Can anyone take me seriously? Would
I'll
anyone
do it again.
Would anyone think I was being serious when I'm wearing this hat?
Yes, we
No.
get it.
No, they
Rhino
would not.
Carlson.
I am perfectly within my legal rights to hope that something bad happens to certain people.
So long as you're in that hat, you have to be wearing the hat.
No, you're allowed to
Fox
hope
News-
anything, regardless of hats.
Otherwise, Fox News can't mount a proper legal defense for you.
Okay, so the figure depicting the horned deity Baphomet was destroyed beyond repair, according to the group. Cassidy, the guy who destroyed it, said, "My conscience is held captive to the word of God, not to bureaucratic decree, and so I acted." Bullshit.
God didn't tell you to blow up the statue. And if he did, we have to have some questions with your psychiatrist, whom I hope you have.
Yeah, like, the word of God says you should obey government authorities, and government authorities said that it was okay to have non-Christian displays up. So, there you go.
God told me to blow it up.
So here we go. Cassidy raised more than So Cassidy raised more than $134,000 for his legal defense via the Christian fundraising site GiveSendGo. Oh, so it's not even GoSendMe. So it probably all just went to him directly as cash. And then he just paid a lawyer to submit paperwork saying, yeah, I plead guilty to a lesser charge. And that's it. And I know from experience, lawyers are fucking expensive, but like just submitting one thing to say I plead guilty to something probably costs less than $20,000, if I had to guess. So guy made over $100,000, and oh yeah, he's gonna have to pay to replace the statue, which might be a couple thousand.
At least that's a hit to his ego. Like we get to build this one in your honor, Cassidy.
Diehard Anime Otaku says, "Can we send Rhino hats? I want to make him several knit hats." I feel like I need to put my PO box address in the description on the watering hole. I don't think I've done that yet, but yeah.
Have you tried having a bot set up so that people can type in PO box on your stream and it will automatically bring it up?
Okay, Suris, while you were streaming the other night, I couldn't for the life of me figure out how to, like, I'm trying to set up my bot to just like show the custom emojis that I have on my channel.
Yeah.
And I couldn't for the life of me figure out how to fucking do that. So, like, you might have seen me in your chat typing nonsense into the thing, like, trying to test whether certain commands would work. And, I don't know. I meant to message you about that so we could, like, so you could, like, help me with that privately, but then it was just like, nah, I can just play with it now.
Jesus Christ.
And you want me to set up a custom thing to, like...
It's not hard!
I know it's not hard, but I don't know how to do it. And there's no the only thing I found was like, oh, if you install this extension, then emojis that you've uploaded to this other third-party service will show up.
You don't need an extension?
That was the only thing that I saw when I Googled it. And they didn't even explain how to upload your emojis to the other third-party site, which, like, yeah, no, I can figure that shit out for myself as soon as I know what third-party site it is. But it's like, oh, we're going to show you how to integrate, like, something or other TV emojis to your Twitch stream. And like, why would I want to do that? I just want to use the ones I have on Twitch.
You just type in the actual emojis into the
I
you're
did
using
that and
elements.
it didn't work.
Because you don't... Okay, so...
It's with the colon, right? I probably formatted it wrong, and it was just like one little tiny thing that I need to change, but I don't know what that one little tiny thing is, and nobody's telling me!
Is your Stream Elements bot subscribed to your channel?
Oh, like it has to pay?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
So I need to pay myself through Stream Elements.
Yes. So this is the reason why...
And
for
then
like
give Twitch a cut of it.
So this is why for Twitch partners, they actually give us three permanent things that we can divvy out. And now granted, I say that I have a permanent sub I'm allowed to divvy out, you'll notice that mine fucks up a lot because I forgot to do this. I'm saying it's possible. I know how. My problem is laziness.
Yeah. Whatever. I'll figure it out at some point. So yeah, anyways, he made $134,000. His legal fees would surprise me if it was over 20K.
Mm-hmm.
And then he has to pay like maybe 2,000 or 3,000 to replace the friggin' thing. Oh, my 3D printer is done.
Oh, you're using it again?
Yeah. Right now I'm doing science stuff with the kids. So I don't know if you saw. What's his face? Oh, he's that guy that, like, when I first saw him, he looks like Faces of Meth, but like after, but not like one of the really Steve Mold. That's the one. He looks like he does not look good, but his videos are great. And he did this thing where like he made these 3 printable models available to anyone. Where like if you put lighter fluid in them and then light them up, you get like a little flame that just runs through this track and does interesting things. And so that's what I'm printing now.
Interesting. I'm printing Pokeballs.
I'm gonna be printing a model of Scar from The Lion King so that one of my stepkids can paint it.
Because how big are you making the model?
I don't know. I haven't even decided which model I'm printing yet, but he is obsessed with The Lion King.
I remember that. I remember doing that.
Yeah.
I annoyed my parents so much by just constantly replaying the movie over and over and over again.
But he's got the he will watch the YouTube videos with the AI generated voice reading the friggin' family tree of everybody. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it.
Oh, he's into the deep lore shit.
Yes.
Oh.
He knows about the Lion Guard and how Scar got his scar and everything. Like, I don't know. He knows every fucking thing about that.
He has discovered fandom.
Yeah.
Oh, you've lost him.
And well, we had to draw a line with YouTube because he wanted to watch the one of those channels where it's just some kid playing with toys, and he wanted to watch that with Lion King toys. I was like, no, we are not. Like, no, you're not going to watch a video of some kid playing with toys. Like, I have a hard enough time with the, like, content mill AI voice reading a script that was AI generated bullshit that he already watches with with regards to, like, you know, when it's like, it's playing clips of a TV show and it's just, like, very badly summarizing what's going on in the clip.
Here is the part in the movie.
I fucking hate those things.
Here is the part in the movie where the man decided to do the thing.
Yeah. I fucking hate that. Those videos are the worst.
Yep. There is some AI generated bullshit slop, though, that I'm going to be introducing my chat to after we're done with our stuff tonight. That is actually the best stuff on the internet, I swear to God.
Well, that's fun.
It's going to be the one time that my chat goes, yeah, that's a good use of AI.
Anyway, so this guy raised $134,000, probably only paid $20,000 or less to a lawyer. Might have to pay a couple thousand things, so he's at least made $100,000 off of this. And with this being a Christian fundraising site, I'm guessing there's zero oversight to make sure that the money actually went to legal defense as opposed to just him pocketing it. Because it's Christian. You can trust us. We're Christian.
Of course. He's a good Christian.
I can't find the article anymore. I'm sure if I actually looked for it hard, I could. But one of the things that I found when I was looking into like Christian-owned businesses, there was an article written by a pastor who is a devout Christian who explained why he never hires businesses that advertise themselves as Christian because they always rip you off. They always expect that you are not going to scrutinize them because they're the Christian business. They must be honest, and so they charge higher prices for the same thing or worse, just by virtue of the fact that people will trust them because they're Christian. And so a pastor is saying he avoids Christian businesses. So, yeah, if Christian pastors don't want to go with the Christian businesses, then I'm going to say that they're kind of sketchy.
Probably a good idea to avoid them at that point.
Yeah. So supporters said he acted with bravery and conviction. He was not willing to see God reviled. Putting up a statue of Baphomet doesn't revile God. It's just showing that, like, people with other viewpoints exist.
Yep.
And if you have a problem with that, that's a you problem.
If you have a problem with that, then you have a problem with America.
Yeah. Especially in a building where lawmakers are supposed to honor Jesus Christ as king. No, they're not. And look to his law for wisdom as they legislate with justice and righteousness. You know, like legislating things like how much you're allowed to beat your slaves and which nations you're allowed to buy your permanent slaves from.
My brain is Magic the Gathering poisoned. I heard which place you're allowed to buy your permanents from, and I'm like, ooh, buying permanents? That's a mechanic now?
Oh, I saw a post on Twitter from Retraction Watch today that they're talking about paper mills, which are like pay to publish journals. That, like, if you give them a certain amount of money, it doesn't matter how crappy your paper is, they'll publish it anyway. But the picture they chose for it was like of a paper mill making paper, and so like my brain was in the mind space of like making paper, and it was talking about how paper mills are operated like the mafia or mob or whatever. I'm like, really? The people that make paper that I might like print coloring pages for my kids on are like mafia owned things? Oh no, they're talking about scientific journals. Okay, that makes more sense. So yeah,
different kind.
So yeah,
completely different kind.
Worth mentioning is that this is the Satanic Temple that does not believe in a literal Satan. They describe themselves as a non-theistic organization that advocates for secularism, and they are separate from the Church of Satan, which I think that's the Lucian Greaves one from the 1960s.
I think so.
Which I don't think they believe in a literal Satan either, but it's a bit more supernatural in that one than the Satanic Temple.
Yeah, with the temple, it's more just, hey, this is a figurehead who has ideas we believe in, like individuality and freedom.
Yeah. So the plea agreement calls for Cassidy to receive a deferred judgment with 2 years probation and an $855 civil penalty, and to pay restitution in an amount to be determined. So that'd be the value of the statue he destroyed. He would also be required to participate in a victim offender dialogue with representatives of the Satanic Temple if requested. I feel like they wouldn't request that, or they would request it just to make him sit through it.
It would be funny just to make him waste his time.
Yeah. And then the sentencing recommendation is not binding on the court, however. So it is possible that a judge could see this and see he's pleading guilty and being like, okay, yeah, he pled guilty to it, but I'm still going to treat it as a hate crime and give him more charges. I'm not holding out for that because it's fucking Idaho. There's been a lot of bad news out of Idaho, so...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, Mississippi? Oh, no, he's from Mississippi. Oh, Iowa, not Idaho. Iowa. Whatever. One of those Midwestern podunk places. Love you, Midwesterners.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, okay.
We're not covering what happened with Elon Musk the last couple days, are we, today?
What happened with Elon Musk? No.
Oh, okay. So you mentioned the paper mill thing.
Well, okay. So and someone somewhere is pointing out I got things wrong. I can't find where the thing is to highlight it, but so LaVey is the Church of Satan, Greaves is the temple. So Anton LaVey is the Church of Satan guy.
Okay.
You're saying Elon Musk.
So recently, Elon Musk got in an argument with an actual scientist on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Apparently, the dude that he got in an argument with is also kind of an asshole and not a person to celebrate generally. But the point is, the specific line that got me was Elon going, and what quote, science have you done in the last 5 years? And the guy's just like, well, I've got about 80 papers that are completely attributed to me with lots of citations. Like these are mine, and I published them. And then Elon tried to go like,
Everyone was like,
those are
so
rookie
what?
numbers, basically. And I'm just like, Elon, you don't have any scientific
Like,
papers
you don't
attributed to
have
your name.
any of those. You
have,
other people to do the science.
You have a patent in your name for a design for your vehicles you aren't even using. That's what you have. A patent. Singular. That you haven't done anything with. That's all he's got.
Freaking Elon. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, I have no idea who that person was, but I did see that and I did giggle at it.
It is cathartic to watch that happen. You would think that every single stock associated with Elon would drop every single time one of those interactions happens.
You'd think, but capitalism's weird.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Hey, I just quickly want to give a thank you to all of my wonderful patrons who keep this show running. YouTube and Twitch are a pretty bumpy ride at the best of times, and the stability a Patreon provides me is worth more than I can say here. I'd also like to thank each and every one of my $20 and up patrons here, and they would be Red Joker, Britzkrieg, Cameron, Dren, Jemshin, Smiling DM, Poundini, Mabbity Babbity, Naomi, Isaac, Nixie Chan, the Oberon team, Agamotto, Jordan, Ravi, Giuni, Kiratorian, Prisma, all of you, I'm not saying that part, and Starlight. And finally, thank you to everyone else that helps keep this channel alive. While you're here, why not check out another video? And thank you for watching.